This episode is a little different in the best way possible. We recorded while bouncing through the hills in a side-by-side. So pop in your headphones, buckle up, embrace the ambiance, and let's get into it.
Special after show edition of Event About It today. We're at Under the Big Sky Festival and we're getting a behind the scenes tour before they kick off tomorrow. And we're here with Mark Lopez. He's going to give us all the tour and tell us all the things.
We are heading out to the main stage. We'll kind of start in the middle and then we'll go all the way around.
Okay.
Fun fact, this ranch had none of these roads that we're driving on when we first came here. We have planned out and mapped out all the roads and all the infrastructure, and now it's built. We will see the Great Northern Stage, which is our main stage.
Look at that beautiful show imaging logo on there. How long did it take you guys to set up this stage?
Stage took about 3 to 4 days install before we came on site. We built that a couple weeks ago, and then production we installed starting on Monday this week. Fun fact about the background there, well, you guys know, but for everyone else, we have our beautiful mountain range followed by Glacier National Park, which we love.
Nothing better than music festivals in the mountains. So all in all, not just stage, when did everything start loading in for a festival this big?
Really, this week, Sunday, and the show starts tomorrow. Today's Thursday. But the real answer is when spring comes into fruition and the property dries up from winter. There's always work happening, a lot of pre-built infrastructure into the space.
So you guys are working on this months in advance, prepping land and all the property. How many generators does it take to put on a festival in a field?
It used to take a lot. This year we're pretty limited on the amount of generators because we've installed shore power. So we have a lot of power on the ranch now.
Oh, the lockers. So tell us what the lockers are for.
Lockers are an add-on you can buy as a ticket holder, so you can put all of your equipment in a locker during the show and you don't have to worry about trucking it around, which is really nice for some people. What's fun about this stage is, as you'll see off to the right, we have an arena going on there, and we have a rodeo that goes on between sets.
That's super fun. For someone who doesn't know what Big Sky Country is, what does that mean to you?
The festival is called Under the Big Sky, and I like to blame it on the mountains. When you can look around and see all the mountain lines and the full infrastructure of the clouds in behind the stages, that's kind of what people come here for.
And do you build one stage at a time, or do you have two crews that work independently?
We have two crews going independently, in addition to our site team who installs all the temporary site infrastructure like food and beverage, fencing, temporary fencing, tenting. We also have a team that focuses just on the rodeo. And then there's also a full team that works on art and decor, food and beverage, guest services.
How many team members do you think you have here this weekend?
This weekend, throughout the festival, we're probably close to about 50 or so from our team. Some local, some out of town, who all come in to help support this festival. And then we also bring in a lot of local community to help support the guest services, stagehands, and overall festival guest experience.
And what's this last space you're showing us here, the dive barn? What goes in
This is the dive barn. So we'll have a couple bars in here that'll be set up, which everyone loves popping into a dive barn. And this barn right here on the left is also going to be a barn for cocktails and drinks. Get people out of the sun for a little bit.
That's going to be important because it gets hot. People don't think it, but it does get hot in
It
my
does get hot. This is Mark G. and Byron, Mark G. Festival Production Manager, passing out fire extinguishers.
Oh, so important. So since you mentioned that, not to be Debbie Downer on our tour here, but we know Tomorrowland had a big mishap in their sound checks, testing some stuff, and the festival's probably now not going to happen. So walk us through not obviously what happened at Tomorrowland, but like how do you guys combat that? What if something catches on fire? We just saw them putting out fire extinguishers. Walk us through safety protocol.
So Steve and our festival team have a very dialed-in SOP for the event. We work very closely with the fire department, and everything that gets set up here is permitted and has the proper infrastructure for fire safety, including emergency egress and crowd safety. All that to be said, when something comes out of the ordinary and something happens, we have a chain of communication to respond to those incidents, as I would also assume an amazing festival like Tomorrowland also had. But that being said, things happen sometimes, and I'm hopeful that they're able to have a really nice recovery from that and start a new festival coming up in the coming weeks, or open in some capacity this weekend. But we never wish that upon anyone.
No, it's unfortunate. I will say I have been so incredibly impressed, which here's the big sign, is so beautiful under the big sky. The Tomorrowland communication from their team has just been phenomenal. Like a class way to come back from such a disaster, and thankfully nobody was hurt. But their team, I hope they recover quickly and everyone gets to experience it. And their stage was beautiful. It was heartbreaking.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
What's nice about this area, all the grass here is open, so attendees can come out, they can set up their blankets, their chairs, hang out on the grass, watch the rodeo, watch the stage, watch the sunset, which happens around 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's late in the summertime.
Nice.
Yeah. Can get a full day of everything in. Another shot of the stage, so beautiful. What kind of rodeo activities do we have going on? Are we bull riding, barrel racing,
mutton busting? We've got some bull riding. It's not 100% traditional in the sense that it pauses and plays in between artists, which is really fun. But the team that's been doing the rodeo for the last couple of years here really have it dialed in. It's my favorite part of the day. When everything's up and running, a little sound check action.
It's all the calm before the storm.
Oh yeah, the grass is looking perfect. We're ready to remove the caution tape to open up the pristine grass. That's why we're not driving on the grass, is because we want to make it look perfect.
We gotta save it so everyone can destroy it over the weekend.
Yep, and it will happen.
Tell us a little bit about what goes on in this VIP tent that's in front of us.
So this is the Great Northern VIP tent. Guests have an option to purchase a VIP option, which gets you access to this tent, nicer bathrooms, nicer food and beverage. And then there's also another VIP cabana section across the way here. But even GAs, even across the board here, everyone has a good sight line of the event, no matter what kind of ticket tier you have.
Yeah, there's so many good spots to, and I love the repeater speakers, so even if you're further away, you can
hear
still
it.
really engage and put your hammock up and hang out. There's nothing more Montana about a concert than like laying in a hammock.
Laying in a hammock, or on the other stage, laying in a creek.
How do you get all your cases out here to start setup? Do you have tractor trailers that drop off case after case?
We have, it's not easy because there aren't loading docks, and we're loading in areas that are more untraditional, if you will. So we're bringing in semi-trailers onto the ranch and then offloading with forklifts. So it takes a long time, but we have made...
What's a long time? Days?
Takes days. But behind main stage, we've built, actually both stages, we've built docks into the stage. So for production equipment for the stages, it makes loading much easier because we have dock access that we built for ourselves. But it doesn't ever solve the fact that we need to deploy equipment across the ranch. So there's a lot of heavy equipment, a lot of operators getting stuff where it needs to go.
That's amazing. Yeah. All right, so as we're wrapping up, Mark, tell us, who is Mark Lopez? What do you do for show imaging, and where can people engage with show imaging?
My name is Mark Lopez. I am our Chief Experience Officer for show imaging. Have played roles as a festival production manager in the past, and have been able to work with this brand Outriders and others to help develop their festivals in different markets. But we also do a lot of work in corporate space and a lot of work in brand activation space. And you can find us at showimaging.com and mlopez at showimaging.com.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for having us and touring us around today.
Of course. Thanks for coming.
We had a great time.